Sports. And we'll see Fred Warner, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the 49ers and the Bears under the lights on Monday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight, it's the second of our Monday night doubleheader, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in Week 1. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts, as this one is underway on EA Sports. Now Jones. Jones now on the return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
Brandon, I know he isn't at the status of some of the elite names in this league, but I do know because he's heard all the criticism. He's read the articles that say he isn't good enough to be the starter, and he absolutely does not care. All he wants to do is prove every doubter wrong and show that he belongs in this spot.
Now Herbert to start the drive. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. You look at this Niner defense, and they're squarely in the middle of the pack against the run this year, number 16 in the NFL.
And this game, for them, is all about the line of scrimmage. Winning that battle, using their leverage, being the low man with power to take the offensive linemen and run them back into their own backfield and try and create some lost yardage plays. And
he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
When you see a big-time run to the outside, it always comes back to setting the edge, doesn't it?
Absolutely, and they were perfect at setting the edge there.
And the funny part is, both sides of the ball talk about it. The offense has to set the edge so you can get outside. The defense wants to set the edge to control things so they can kick the run back inside.
Offense wins there.
Offense won big.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game? Centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy, take care of the football, we're on the road. You're a youngster, let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on. Long way to go in this one.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Well, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On play action, they'll throw. That's to Moore, and he's got it. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bears use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
But they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. 2nd and 10. Herbert once more. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Well, this defense for the Niners, terrific last week in a season-opening victory.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Taken at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And he's been throwing the ball up for grabs here early on. 2 passes, 2 interceptions. He'll try and rein things in a bit here as he starts again on 1st down. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. 3rd and 2. try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. On the return is Jones. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Bears take over. The Chicago offense set to get started. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Continues. Here's another interception. And the Niners are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this 1st quarter of play. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. That one will set them back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. And there they bring pressure from the inside and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. Throwing here, Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Nifty footwork at the 45. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Another carry for Herbert on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Pass taken in by his big tight end. A huge play there for Chicago. 42 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
To about the 26 here. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. They're going to look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards on the play.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
Herbert will score. Touchdown, Chicago. So this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Purdy to the sideline and incomplete.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get 1st half scores just like this one.
And he's going to have a 1st down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Purdy looking to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Here's Purdy. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Purdy now to throw. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a 1st as he's tackled at the 47. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. We switch the attention now to Khalil Herbert as this offense comes out for their next drive. He's been effective so far over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now back to throw. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. 56 yards. And the Bears continue to pull away here in this 1st half. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. And a little floater there is incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Purdy's throw taken in by Samuel. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Final play of the half. Purdy. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL.
We'll start up at TIAA Bank Stadium in Jacksonville,
where it was the Jaguars who pick up the win at home. Trevor Lawrence, couple of touchdown passes as his guys win their second straight to start the year. From there, we head up to MetLife Stadium to check on the Jets. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Breece Hall, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Lastly, we head to Southern California to check on the Rams at home at SoFi Stadium. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Detroit Lions. Jahmyr Gibbs, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. It was a solid first half for running back Khalil Herbert. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. These two coaching staffs likely going through their final adjustments for the second half. One of these teams is going to emerge 2-0. But who will it be? To find out, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured bear on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Got a man. That's Ayuk.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw, Purdy. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, It's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Here comes the 49ers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Jones on the return. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their own 44. Starting on the ground with Herbert, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And off right side for Herbert. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 69 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their.
That's to Moore, and he's got it. Touchdown Bears. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears have opened the lead up to 30. So, Charles, they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. Now, last week, they had the close victory. This one more commanding, much more comfortable.
Well, the sense we got from them was that last week they felt like they didn't play their best. They got the win, but they weren't really on top of their game. But they put it all together here in this one, haven't they? What an impressive performance.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The 49ers settling in for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Purdy. A quick throw there is incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
From the gun on 3rd down, Purdy. And this is going to be incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
Here's Jones. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. DJ Moore headed back out as the Bears take over on possession. Not a bad day at the office there. Maybe he would like the catch number to go up a little bit, but I think most guys would say 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. That's okay.
I think if the catch number goes up, we start talking about the record books, because at that pace, this type of efficiency, oh yeah, I think I'd throw it to him a little bit more often.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Now that play stopped by Drake Jackson.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
You
And the 49ers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Jones on the return. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. The Bears now ready to take over again. Well, we've reached this stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Purdy. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Well, they go with a slant that time, 15 yards and a 1st down. Operating from the gun, Purdy. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 50-yard line.
Purdy sets up to throw again. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 23. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Purdy with one final shot here. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were